I wonder how Harve Village fares. Mayhap we ought to stop by. I can guide you there, if you wish.
Well, if you insist. I'm only...
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to...
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Right, just follow me. Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
Can hardly afford a carrot these days.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same. Twould... Theme, the Queen reached onward to Vernworth Castle.
Someone do aught about this?
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims...
We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
I just reached too early for dinner.
Very gentle scratch on my arms and armor.
But not.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Train, arms procure.
sign that all's well.
Such quiet.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm
Such quietude is a blessing. I shall suffer none. Such quietude is a blessing.
not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been,
Forgive me. I couldn't... A stroll might clear my head.
Prithee inform, Sven.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm calm.
You there! What are you up to?
If you want to leave, show us your, sincerity. Don't you dare think to try anything.
There's aught watching me.
The best quality a soldier can
You are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. 'Tis the truth, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell. So, Lubomir made a full recovery, did he? I'm sure his parents must be delighted. So, Lubomir made a full recovery, did...
Pay what's due. And very well.
I've got to prove this.
That quietude is a blessing.
Tis our duty to see this peace.
Some skills can only be honed over time.
Fancy a kid. This day bring but not at the expense of my duty.
What, pray tell, are you doing here?
What does such peace?
Wait, have a little skip. Won't someone do aught about this?
I've been a trial a lot. I not risking my life for
Let me get that.
Off with you!
Where to now? Peruse at your leisure. Well met, son. How might I be of service? I find that it's
as tired as I am.
a soldier's distress.
Mustn't let it burn. What?
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work.
You!
Suppose I all...
This looks like trouble.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you've found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
Feast your eyes on this!
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
What catches your eye? Yes, sir! I'll take it.
I have no issue falling asleep.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
This is my favorite place in all the town.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deez's schemes run deep. To think, Diza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Diza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Diza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
It seems we were right to suspect them.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as the true Arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected, he was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of Your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned Your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for Your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as the true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Diza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Horns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
I'd sooner stay out of that. Where it's hot. I'd sooner stay out of that. Where it's hot.
The sooner my duties
Such quiet. I'm a man of leisure at heart.
You seem to be rather friendly with Captain Brancer. Tell me, is he faring well? 'Tis lamentable that the captain of the late Consul's Guard should have been relegated to the garrison. But there are whispers that he was given this station in reprisal for an unthinking petition he made to Her Grace. Ever since Thesa's faction seized power within the palace, her detractors have found themselves shunted into a corner. If I were you, I'd take care not to be seen currying favor with the good captain. Thesa has eyes everywhere, it seems.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Everyone's as tired as I am.
That's Armor's seen better days. Best quality of soldier now. First, assess the field, then act accordingly.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Deesa's arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Best quality of soldiering now.
Good to see you, Master.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Ah, our errand is nearly done, and not a moment too soon. Perhaps once we've concluded this bit of business, we might allow ourselves a moment's rest. It is as you say. You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later. I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our Master's wishes.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion, and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom? He might have... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true... While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made for some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain, yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
This is my favorite place in all the town.
Keep things interesting.
Soon as you turn your back, out comes the dagger.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Such quietude.
It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? As pawns are not permitted within the castle, I will bid you farewell when we reach the entrance.
Well, apologies, Master, but you will have to make do without us for the time being.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to members of this establishment.
Delightful breeze. Seems naught ever goes right.
Can't afford to retire at my age.
Nice place to sit.
All I need's my help.
My apologies, sir, but as you are not a member...
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while. I suppose all we can do is wait.
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
There's a waste of time. No one's listening. Lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
Those new recruits. We shall await you here, Master.
I ought not neglect my duties. The crowd, that's...
We are hardly...
Not far from your station, are you not?
Happiness is a full schedule.
Off to market.
Whatever happens here, anyhow.
Always.
I find it lip. Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dancing.
What I can do for you?
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, it is a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Pray, give me no more grief.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
The occasion demands we forego boorish inquiries.
These festivities are part and parcel of our station.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
So, tell me.
I shan't let anything.
Might as well make merry while the.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen.
Is this fast true?
No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
'Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
You were posted in front of the passage yesterday, aye? Next time, don't leave all in front of the door. I had a hell of a time reaching the damn thing open.
Have you heard? There's been more restrictions on goods traded with Batar.
Be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. We'll scour
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a matron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place. Ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself, I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. What would you be looking for? This, perchance.
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damn king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phases?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here? I wonder. You came to learn of the sovereign, then it is as you see. The man is not a ale swilling contender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mama, then where might our true reason be? You'd better go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play any time, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
For one day.
I wasn't worried for a moment. Wherever you go, we Pawns will always find you, Arisen. Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask no more than that.
It is a dire import to be unmasked for false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Merman's eastern edge. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. we leave it already? I'm just getting warmed up.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I should follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the business will call some more press. Sorry, it is.
That's the victory of Miriam.
One of us has been clinched. Ideal, possibly with our other foes. I could lead you to a nearby campsite if you'd like. I learned its location in another world. Ought to be found there. Can you not see it? Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Ah, now here's the surprise.
At least all our rabbits weren't for normal. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Come on then. Let's dance.
Come on. Don't
You've little need for a campsite first.
Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
There I see it. We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after a wolves there. This foe will recoil from flame. Take that!
Thank you. Here. It is a token of my heart.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue. From this distance, I cannot be sure. We shall have to make our way over to it. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
We've no healing magic at our disposal, so Curator will have to.
One moment, if you please. I nearly forgot to mention. I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true. These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they? At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Our traits mesh well together. Each of us is suited to a different task. We need only hone our skills, and in time we shall be indomitable. It is no great shock to me. This creature is hard as stone, making it ideal for tossing at our other foes.
Let me get that. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
Together now, we attack them all. The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. Please, please,
all the simpler.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I can show you the way.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
I don't know about you, Master.
You'd best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here, that's for...
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day.
I'm in no mood for talk.
I'm in no mood for talk.
Well met, sir. How might I be?
Don't talk to me if you've nothing to say.
This isn't the way to our destination.
This letter is as suspicious as they come. We must find someone who could explain its true meaning.
I've naught to say to you.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you, Sir Arisen. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermund. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night. Of course, nothing's free in this world.
Glad to be of service, sir.
No seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something real nice to show you.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Well met, sir.
Off with you,
My, you are persistent.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmaster. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would you ask such a thing? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Ver? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this, eventually.
Whatever 'tis you want, I shan't oblige.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way? No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off. I'm like to forget how to fight should this continue.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it you're...
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
What's all this about? Pray, give me no more grief.
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. Oh, there's no business to be had here. That's...
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Always a pleasure.
Oh!
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate.
Pray, give me no more grief.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me.
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
How dare you?
Thank you, sir.
Not half bad!
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen. We're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief, Maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
I wasn't worried for a moment. Wherever you go, we pawns will always find you, Arisen. Our party...
No doubt you're dazzled by my charm.
My bed is, and I shan't resist.
Over here, if you would.
This is the course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
This way, Master.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Here we are. This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Welcome.
We have arrived.
is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.
I wonder how our village fares. Mayhap we ought to stop by. Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. When I return from afar and see you anew, I get the sense that your strength lies far deeper than brawn. Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?